All right, fans, Joe the Fan back with you here with Shane O'Mac. Shane O'Mac, of course, the Mount Rushmore. We've been doing the series for a while now. And keep in mind, it's when you've seen them actually play in your lifestyle. So obviously there's a age difference between you and I, but your Mount Rushmore of NFL safeties.
Yes, NFL safeties. Always, I love it. I love safety, especially back in the day when they could actually hit and like crush the receivers that go across the middle. So that's usually what's on my list of a lot of those heavy hitters. And the first one I thought of when you said this was Troy Polamalu for the Steelers. He was known for that, right? He came up with his big hits, the big long flowing hair coming across, crushing receivers coming across the middle. So Troy Polamalu is one of mine. My next one I thought of was it was a Redskin. That's Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor was a beast. He could do it all. He could cover, he can get interceptions, and he could hit like crazy. Unfortunately, his life was taken from us way too early, right? So we didn't get to see his whole career play out. But if he would have stayed in the whole career, I think he would have been a Hall of Fame safety.
Absolutely.
Next, I thought of up in Baltimore, not too far from us here. Up in Baltimore is Ed Reed. Ed Reed, another one. He could do it all too. He could cover, he could hit. He was great interceptions, and once he got an interception, he was great at returning it for touchdowns too. He was a great all-around player. Bill Belichick in the New England's called Ed Reed the best football player he's ever seen, and he coached Lawrence Taylor. So I'll tell you something about Ed Reed and how he's regarded in the league. And then my last one I thought of, and this is back in the Tampa 2 days, right? They had Derek Brooks at the linebacker spot, and then they had John Lynch at safety. John Lynch is my 4. And John Lynch was a great safety. He's mostly known now for being the GM for the 49ers, but people forget he was a hell of a safety back in the day.
Yeah.
He's another Hall of Famer. He could cover like half the field. That's why that Tampa 2 works so well, is because of him, and they also the linebacker speed they had as well. But he was a big part of that defense. So that's my 4: Polamalu, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, John Lynch.
I don't want to sound biased. I got to put Sean Taylor on my list too, but I'm going to go a little bit different. And no disrespect to Sean Taylor, I think we both agree that he's definitely on both of our lists. So to go a little bit outside, excluding Sean Taylor, who I truly loved him play, and I agree with you, Shano. I've seen guys that go across the middle, they're running a dig route or an in route or what have you, and the safety just totally knocks you out, or even running a skinny post or what have you. And I'm like, I'm watching TV back, and I mean, it's gotten a little, quote unquote, in my opinion, softer. I think you and I can agree on that. Where I just like, okay, he's dead. You know, the guy is like, okay, he's done.
Yeah.
And
I remember going to Redskin games, and like, especially when Sean Taylor was playing, receivers were pointing him out, but like, look, there's 21 right there. It's everybody was aware, because like, when they went across the middle, they knew they were going to get popped. Like.
Yeah, and you'll probably remember this name. I remember I've been to these Redskins games as well. Good old RFK. Alvin Walton. That guy was a Mack truck. I mean, I'm just saying, look, for a local, I'm not taking anything, and he's not one of my Mount Rushmore guys, but there's a lot of guys then and now. I like Hamilton, to be honest with you. Now I like Landry. You know, he played for the Skins, went to Indianapolis. So there's a lot of safeties that I can just think off the top of my head. But here's my 4 that I have. From the 49ers, it's going to be Ronnie Lott. And that guy was, you know, you come across the middle, like you said, or he's just totally stuffs the run. Boom, you're done. Another guy that I like, of course, is Steve Atwater, played for the Denver Broncos in the 80s. And I believe he ended it in the early 90s, but don't quote me on that. I have to check my facts on that. Another guy that I like from the Philadelphia Eagles, and I know that's one of our rivals here with the Washington Skins, is Brian Dawkins. That guy was like, hey, just like you mentioned with Ed Reed, you know, gets the interception. Maybe he takes some guy out and he just takes it in for 6. I've always liked his play, Brian Dawkins. And then my final one would be, of course, Woodson. Played for the Raiders, played for Green Bay throughout his whole career. That guy is somebody I don't even want to, if I'm a player, I don't even want to take a shot from that guy.
No. Yeah. Dawkins is one I was thinking about putting on my list as well. Dawkins is a beast. I remember him very well. He was a hell of a player. But yeah, that's a great 4. Atwater, I'm a little young for. I'm kind of remember him. Ronnie Lott, same. Like I remember him like in his old later days.
Sure.
But like the ones that put the biggest impact on me, I wouldn't call him for that. He would be on like if I was saying my all time Mount Rushmore of like all safeties ever. I think Ronnie Lott would definitely be on there. He was a great player.
Yeah, I mean, and going back to the Skins, there was a Kenny Houston. You know, I didn't see him play, or I was a little too young for that. So I mean, yeah, I remember all these guys. I've read on it, and you know, they showed some clips of it, but you know, didn't really have an opportunity to go see him. But I did see Sean Taylor when he came out from the U. I thought he was a game changer. There's no question about it, and he would just take people out. You remember the Tampa Bay Bucks game? It was a scoop and score for that one. I even remember where I believe it was either Favre or Rodgers, or maybe Rodgers in the beginning. I don't remember where, you know, the quarterback from the Green Bay Packers threw a bomb, and I'm telling you, Sean Taylor was, I don't know, maybe in section 42E, and he ran totally across the field. Like I didn't even know where the hell he came from. Picked it off. I was like, where the hell did that come? Where did that guy come from? So you know, I am saddened by his loss. Obviously, I have memorabilia of his here. But yeah, what a great player! And don't forget, I'll leave you with this one, there, Shano, the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And respect to the I believe it was the Buffalo. Was it the Buffalo kick punter?
I can't remember who it was, what team it was, but I remember it was the punter, and he just got laid
It was
out.
definitely the punter, and this guy came out of. I'm telling you, I had no clue where this guy came out of. And if you didn't see the clip, folks, maybe you young guns have never seen it. You need to look that up. Hopefully, we can put that on here to show you guys real quick. He comes out of nowhere and just totally whacks the guy. The respect that I have for that punter, gets right up. Hey man, good hit, blah blah blah. That's the part I miss in the NFL. I truly do.
I know you can block a lot of it.
Yeah. Brian Mormon is going to fake it on the run, and he's going to come up short. Sean Taylor.
I don't know if it was a fake. It might be he just decided to run with it, but Sean Taylor came from about 30 yards back and just ran right to
Yeah, I missed that too. And something crazy. Two guys on my list, and we were just talking about Sean Taylor, so just made me think about it more.
Sure.
Think about the U.
Yeah.
Ed Reed played at the U. Look at that run of safeties they had, where they had Ed Reed, and as soon as Ed Reed gets drafted, like they might be thinking, "Oh man, what are we gonna do?" Sean Taylor comes in right after. I mean, that's being spoiled at a position there for a college.
Yeah, that was a safety factory there in the U. I mean, you know, and there's other positions, obviously. I mean, you had, of course, Ray Lewis. And I know we're only talking about safety, but Ray Lewis, you've got Michael Irvin. I mean, the list goes on and on. I respect it, but the body of work from both of those two safeties, Ed and Sean Taylor, man, I don't see it happening again in this league today.
Yeah, and then one right after another. That's what's crazy. It's like two like Hall of Fame caliber players, right? So it's just nuts. That's just nuts. Miami fans were spoiled back then.
Absolutely.
We should do a video on that on Miami team, because like they're running that team was stacked. I don't know how they didn't win. I don't know how they didn't win more championships.
That was before the real NIL.
Yeah. I remember the running back for like Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore. They were like all on the same team. I was like, oh my God, that team was ridiculous. Yep.
It's kind of like in either the NBA with the champions, the OKC Thunder, where they're 11, 12, 13 deep. Miami was deep, you know, like I'm saying, I'm comparing it to like a basketball team. Carolina back in the day, hey man, they're 10 deep, 12 deep, blah, blah. I'm telling you, Miami back in the day, stacked.
Yeah. They had great receivers too. They never had a good quarterback, though. At least not like a world beater quarterback. That's the only thing that they didn't really have. But all the skill positions, good God, they were stacked.
Yeah. Holy cow. Because
All
if
right,
one guy
folks.
goes down, there, Shano, it's like, okay, next man up. All right, hey, Emmett went down. Hey, Gore, come on, or whatever. I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
Yeah, stack.
All right, folks, let us know who's on your Mount Rushmore for safeties. It's all-time great safeties. Safeties you actually saw play. So we're not talking all-time, unless you've been around for all time, right? But we're talking about safeties you actually seen play. Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit that little bell so you get notifications when we post new videos. And we'll catch you next time.